have you join us on Tuesday morning.
Same here. How do you do that voice?
Which one?
This one.
Which voice?
Kenne.
Which voice?
You say, how do you do that voice? That's it. Come on, leave this place. You say, how do you do that? Which voice?
I was trying to find out which voice. This one or this one or this one.
No, I need to learn. It gives that alpha male dominance.
This girl doesn't race me anymore. She has seen me finish. That's the problem. That's the problem. When you see somebody finish, this is what happens. You know, that's like when you see other people like, oh my god, I love your voice. I'm like, what are they feeling? What are they liking?
Which voice?
Which voice?
This one.
That's Danny.
Daniel Adaaja.
Dr. Michaels, thank you for joining us again.
Thank you very much.
How are you feeling?
Very nice. And you guys are
On a
looking
scale of 1 to 10,
fresh,
how you feeling?
calm. I'm so cool. Trying to cut out something so I'll be able to take time out to review 2024.
Oh.
But I'm not cutting out my radio stuff.
Oyiza sent me a video. I think it was this morning. Was it this morning? Yes.
Oh, yes.
And
yes.
This person was talking about how he reviews his year.
Yeah.
And he talked about how he breaks down each month, each day, to who he spent a day with, who he spent that day with.
Fantastic.
Spend time with. So he writes down the names of everybody he spent
wow.
time with. And then he looks at who he spent the most time with
this
year. And then the next question he asks himself is, who do I need to spend more time with next year?
Oh my
God. Who do I need to spend less time with next year?
So it's split in two ways.
Jesus Christ.
Who do you spend time with?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you invest time in?
Yeah.
You know. So it's either you're spending your time as in currency or you're investing it. So the time you're spending with this person is yielding something.
Powerful.
Right?
Time is money.
Powerful.
It really is.
Time is money.
And when I listen to him talk about, that's what I do.
His name is
I wake up in
what's his name?
He's a popular guy, and I follow him. I think it's John Maxwell or something.
Yeah, I think it's John Maxwell.
This is one thing I love with him. It's John Maxwell, yes? Yes. Let's play it.
Powerful. John Maxwell.
Your internet so great.
The last travel, I just review the year. I literally go through my calendar hour by hour for the whole year. And I have my legal pad out with my forecasts. And one of the things I look for in my calendar is who did I spend my time with last year? Every time I spent time with somebody, I wrote their name. Okay, that was an hour, whatever, okay. And when I get done, now I go over that list. And I ask myself, or you're investing time with people. And if I'm spending time with people, it's probably people I don't need to spend time with. I need to be on that investment side.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. John C. Maxwell, very popular man.
Very.
I am obsessed with his page.
Yeah. I follow him actually.
Yeah. I sit there. I am gobbling.
And the man is old.
I'm gobbling because
writing for decades.
I wrote his book. I read his book, How to Be a People Person. Then I was a very bad version of myself. I wasn't good at people with people. That was, I think I was even about entering medical school. Then I read his book, that green book like this. I'm yet to recover from that book. How to be a people person. But he just a people person, and it transformed my life forever.
Really interesting. Books are powerful though. Read books. We recommend that. So reviewing the year, I think is a very intentional thing that we all need to do at every stage. What we need to do, how we need to do, where we need to be.
Yeah.
In reviewing the year, how do we do it graciously?
The spending time is more of an unconscious thing, not being intentional, not being deliberate. Investment, however, has to do with being intentional, being deliberate. We all have 24 hours. How come Elon Musk still has time to do all the things that he does? So it now begs the question, how do I spend the amount of time I've been given by the Creator? And for people who say it's not really how long you live, it's how well. What if you live that well and you live that long? So stop saying it's not how long. Don't you want to live long? don't you want to see more of your friends? At least Oyiza has this friend that she talks about. You want to see more of her, at least. So what if you live that well and that long? That you'll be able to be a more better version of yourself, and you will also be able to help as many people as possible.
Yeah.
And so the total the result of how we spend our year is a sum total of the interactions we've had in the year.
Is there like a template on how to review the year? So I'm thinking in my head, maybe like the things you achieved, the things you did not achieve. Is there like a template that people can actually use, that you have, that people can use to review their year?
Okay, so you can do it financial review.
Okay.
There can be.
Hold on, don't be fast. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. I need to get my pen and paper. Because these things, I prefer to write them down than type it.
Yeah.
Financial review.
Are you serious?
Oh, God.
She prefers writing them down.
Oh, yes.
That's very nice.
Oh, very, very millennial.
And, I think there will be more brain work, or what's it called?
When you write.
Yeah, when you write
Yes,
than when you type.
I was so I went for this training.
Yeah.
And I was writing down because as the facilitators, the lecturers are teaching, I'm jotting down other things that are coming to my head as they're talking. So not just what they say, but like the things are like, oh, I think I can take a look from this, and I'm circling something. So I filled up a whole book.
Whoa.
A whole book, because it was intense training. It was like
if you take my notes, although you probably would not understand what's written there.
Yeah.
But it's always very, because as you're writing them down, all the things are pulling up.
Coming.
So you have to write it
so
down.
I write down a lot. When I film my videos, I write them down. Instead of like I have like a note on my phone here, but when it's time to like now really shoot the content, I have to write it down.
Then I also feel that some people may misassess. Is there any English like that? Oyiza. Did you know Oyiza is very deliberate, intentional? She's a babe, but
yes.
When you combine brain with beauty.
Yeah.
Bad character.
She added that word. You don't add it. But really,
I think it's the side of you decide to show people that really matters. And I think we talked about it before. I guess we have talked about something similar here. How she can be very meticulous in the work that she's doing.
Wow.
And that is something that shows in the quality of work that she's doing.
Awesome.
Oh, thanks.
All right, so we're back at
financial review. Got it.
Then social life.
Oh God, I wouldn't have thought about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Social life. Then sexual, but the base from one person to another, but how have I been able to manage my sexual life?
That's okay.
That's
it's
good.
Something you should write down. It's a part of your life. You should not.
Yeah.
You should not isolate it. Very, very integral.
Yeah, including attraction, because it's not just about having the sex, but about the attractions, the people I've been attracted to. Because the people you have been attracted to romantically says a lot about who.
See, you see this thing. I went to tell my friend that, Dr. Michael said this thing, and I sat down and I was like, do you mean that I am this? Cause you interact with some really terrible people, right?
Yeah.
And like, no, this is doesn't mean that this is the side of
me. You used to say you're dark bella chocolate.
No. I don't do that. I'm not that bad. I'm not that.
Just to cut it here, yeah. Are we supposed to look at this conversation on the sexual life from people we are attracted to and
sexually
are attracted to us?
Yes,
okay,
on both sides.
Differ.
Yeah.
People you are attracted to differs from the people that are attracted to you.
Yeah, because if you are not that person, they will also not be attracted to you.
Yay!
Yeah, well.
So do you know that you can be deliberate about who is attracted to you and who you are attracted to? I like this kind of life. It's called intentional living.
Intentional living. Yes.
Oh, I shouldn't be giving you all this gist.
Please do.
But I would free gist. I don't think we're giving that gist. Anyways, I hate it sometimes because it gives you like a sort of glimpse into my life. So I'm talking to this person. Oh, Jesus, should I even ask?
Is the person listening?
Do I care? And for their own good, they better be listening because I think they have a lot of work to do on themselves, and I cannot take responsibility for that.
Right.
So it's a thing of, we had a conversation and like, oh, so what are you looking for? They asked me, I'm like, don't flip the tables. You tell me what you're looking for. And they go, well, actually, I'm not looking to be in a relationship. And I'm like, I can rock with it. I get it. I understand it. But unfortunately, that's not what I'm looking for. You know, so I figured that since we already had that conversation, we ironed that out. I didn't realize that we needed to actually really now come and say, oh, so this is what I meant by, you know, because I'm like, so I've already analyzed where we are at in our communication and in our relationship. But, you know, moving forward, how I'm going to interact in that. But apparently, they probably still have their wires crossed. And they were sus when I was like, I'm unavailable. And they were sus. I could tell that they had something going on.
Yeah.
There's a very weird
energy.
And I'm like, well, you said, I thought we could be. And then I was having this conversation with another friend and they said, oh, so we do this thing where we say what we don't, Abby had the TikTok the thing. We feel like we have to say the things that we don't want, Abby. We say what we don't want.
And then expect
guys, you know, there's hiding it under the guise of so that what you really want can come to you. And I'm like, oh no, you're stressing yourself out because you're really confusing the universe. If you keep saying I don't want this, then and you want it, why are you it's a conflict. So I'm not going to have I'm not going to put myself in a place where I was like, oh, you have figured it out. You are locked. But some people are still in that confused state. But because you are not, you have to give room to see that they are not in the same level of awareness and understanding of where you are. So you might have to continually explain that. And I'm like, that's exhausting. I can't be doing that. I mean, we've had a conversation. I expect that you say what you mean. I won't say what I don't mean.
But we guys, I think you guys say what you don't mean so that we can be able to figure out what you actually mean.
Is that not stressful?
Well, then you are even collect. You are small boys. You know. So,
you say what she wants.
Yeah, but that's not the case for a typical average, maybe melancholy, phlegmatic woman.
So I picked up odd vibes, right? And they said something about accountability. I'm like, I'm accountable. Are you?
Just wondering which girl is this one now? Don't make the wrong girl.
Don't say what you don't mean. That's not okay.
Yeah, many people are not aware. And they don't even know why. Why should I say what I mean? What I actually mean to say? Why? Why should you be that specific? Because they are wondering, how does that affect my life?
Oblivious until you say it, though. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
If you don't tell me, I'm not going to read in between the lines on your behalf. What if I read the lines wrong?
Yeah.
So I will say, until you say it to me and we are clear, I don't know what's going on. If you ask, I'm not following.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I'm just going to assume you're being a nice person.
Then I also think our African culture, it's just a part of African culture is very rich, but a part of it that has to do with being able to read in between the lines. You know, our parents also saying the visitor, we will go to visit a person and then the person will ask us to eat, and then
they give you eyes.
The same mother that is giving us eyes is saying eat it.
Eat it now, and
then she's giving us
no. So I think that's where it started.
Yeah, right? Now tell us, don't eat it. No.
But they can't say that.
They can't say it, so that's the.
So they expect you to read their facial expression.
Jesus Christ! Eat it now. Eat it now. Eat if you like.
Oh my God! And I what I do now is I feel like our parents have really infused in us
a lot of programming
that are not right. Because imagine how your parents take you to someone's house and they're smiling and laughing with the person. And then they tell you don't eat what they give you.
Well, you love this person. Is that not why you are laughing?
And then that's what we are supposed to believe.
Yeah.
But then they're like, don't eat anything from that person's house. So I'm like, but you just went there, you were smiling, you sat down.
And you know the annoying thing? They will bring food for you. You say,
Jesus.
That's weird. I think that's where we learned this
exactly.
bad behavior.
Yeah.
Because it's bad behavior.
Yeah, you're not straightforward.
Why are you playing mind games?
Yeah, you're not straightforward.
I said to someone that it's not that I cannot play, but I have chosen to be a better human being.
Nice.
I have chosen to be better. I will not lie. I stand here and tell you that I am righteous, that I do not used to be on the I am the game.
You're the game.
I am the game. I will not sit here and lie to you that I did not do that. But when you look at it, is it serving me? Is it serving? Because it also, you start to project. I sent you another video about if you do not know the reason what makes you tick, what you feel when you're angry, what you feel when you're lonely, what you feel when you're sad. If you don't know your emotions and yourself, you will project onto others.
Please start this TikTok. I was going to send a reminder. I made up my mind that I would send a reminder every month, once a month. I know you don't read text, but I'll send a DM. At least you're always on Instagram. I will send DM.
I'm not always on Instagram.
I will say this is just agreeing to the counsel of Daniel. That's what I read there. Daniel said I should constantly remind you.
I will do it. We'll do it. But I'm just saying that from that point of view. So when we're looking at the people that we're attracted to and who are attracted to us, that's what we're also evaluating, right? What else do we evaluate when we're looking to our year? Oh yeah, I had a checkup this last week.
Nice.
And I ensured to go do full blood work and work up on everything. Even as far as getting I don't have my ultrasound yet, and it is not a baby ultrasound, it's a breast ultrasound. All right, guys. You have to check as a woman now. You don't know. Canada is sneaking around everywhere, so you have to check these things. So I totally agree that in the year you need to review how you felt and if you really did enough to check. We too like to self-medicate for this country.
Yeah.
Too much. I can't bet that most people do not even know what their blood sugar level is or what their PCV is. That was the one thing that got picked up, that my blood level is low, and I'm like,
the stress of 2 weeks now standing in for Nadia. We always go back to that.
Is it even that, or the fact that as a woman you shed some percentage of blood every month?
True.
So if you're not fixing that in your diet or taking supplements to help you keep your blood level at a certain level, that's why we're always anemic and always that's lack of iron, my dear. You're not eating right. So there's that. So we review our health as well.
I'm very particular about information.
Okay.
Information is the programming tool.
Yes.
That's why mental health is the basis of physical health. So you're not just going to check how has been my social life, my sexual life, my health. You're going to check what are the information, what information do I have or have I received this year about a social life, about a sexual life, and about health. So you're not just reviewing how the actions you have taken. You're also reviewing what you have been programmed with that year. Imagine doing that every year. You will literally be able to have an overhaul of the things you have come to believe, because what you believe is as a result of what you have heard.
What you believe is as a result of what you have heard.
And what happens to you physically is as a result of what you have believed. And let me now add this one to it. There are so many things that you have believed and you are not aware of it, because the mind works independent of you. So if you have if you have a repeated exposure to a particular information constantly, the guard of your mind will be lowered, and then it will receive the information and believe it. So you want to check the information you've heard about a social life, about health life, about your sexual life, about your finances, about money. How much information have I received this year about finances, about money? You've been shouting that you don't have money. How many TikTok videos have you watched about money? But you keep on watching skits.
Shots fired.
You say you don't have money to pay for a business class, but TikTok, we have business classes, people literally share a lot now because you have to.
You have to.
And so
quite a lot. And
you don't need to go to YouTube. And if you're a YouTube person, you need to find out, am I a YouTube person? Am I a TikTok person?
Find the social media app that works for you.
Yeah.
And do well in it.
Even on Instagram, they have very serious videos.
Yes. Very serious.
Yeah.
I follow quite a couple of very serious pages on Instagram. And my friend told me this a long time ago. He said, is what you watch constantly is what the algorithm brings to you.
Exactly.
If you don't need it, it won't bring it.
It won't bring it.
It won't bring it to you. If you intentionally go and search for businesses on Instagram, over time it will bring it to you. Recently, I've been trying to get a generator, so I've been going through Instagram on the declutter pages. So Now all the declutter ads are coming my way. All the
they just keep coming.
coming my way. And when I'm done finding what I want and I stop searching for it, it will just fade out back again.
Yeah.
So yes, you said something and I didn't catch that quickly.
Yeah.
When you said what you believe is as a result of what you have heard. You also said something about what you've heard is as a result of something.
What you have.
So what happens to you physically is as a result of what you believe.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So you need to process the information that you receive.
Yeah. And also try and overhaul of what you have believed, your beliefs. And you get to know
how do you form your beliefs though?
Oh, okay. I was going to say, how do you review your beliefs?
All right.
So how do you review it is check the words you say. Oh no, check the thoughts you think constantly. Check it's called TEWA, T-E-W-A. Check the emotions you feel. Then check the words you speak. Your words are not accidents. There are no, I give you the liberty to tear off 2-3 words from the dictionary because they don't exist. Coincidence, accidents, and impossibilities. Coincidence, accidents, impossibilities. So if you check TEWA, thoughts, T-E-W-A, thoughts, emotions, words, actions, they will tell you what you believe because they are results of what you have believed.
So there's that conversation about sometimes when you look at your belief system, they're not often yours. So you need to probe them to be sure that why do I believe this? Is it as a result of? So I want to understand how you check a belief system that you make or that you form. Is it based off of your experiences?
Okay.
Is it based off of who you want to become? You know, is it because there's no one independent belief system. It has to stem from somewhere, doesn't it?
Yeah. So there's this video. I also saved it because I want to pass a comment on it on video or on Instagram or social media. And I used to hear Bob Proctor talk about it, and I used to get angry. Why would you say that 95% of what happens to us is as a result of 95% of what we have subconsciously believed? And then I now watch another video that helped me understand what Bob was saying, because I know that it's 100% of what we believe that happens to us. So what they are trying to say is 95% of our programming is from outside. 5% is from our own individual stuff. And you kind of agree because from the day you were born, even from the womb, you've been listening to mommy's music, the kind of song she's been listening to. And I just told the client that you can be programmed that way too. So there are many things many words you heard, even from the womb. And then you were giving back to, and then you started listening to so many things. Mommy says this, daddy says this, it's conflicting, they are the same. Whatever they believe, you trust them, they are the two most powerful people in this world, and then you believe. So they teach you, right as they're teaching you, you also went to kindergarten, your teacher taught you things, your school, then secondary school, then university. So more like the first 7 years, a lot of people were involved in programming you.
Then they now people add religion.
There was religion to it. So more like either you look at the first 7 years or you look at the first 25 years. Because after 7 years, your university lecturers was also added to the mix. Then the people you met in university, the people you met in primary school. I mean, I still remember my first crush in primary 4. Priscilla, Belinda,
I did in primary school. I didn't have a crush in primary school. Interestingly, we're friends. We're still friends today.
Is a lie.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're still friends today.
You don't deal with my eye.
We disconnected after primary school. We didn't see until uni. We saw right after uni. I was like, oh.
Can I tell you that I cannot specifically say, oh, this is one person that I
maybe yours was in primary 1.
No, but it was primary 6.
No, listen, you're not hearing me. I can't say it's one person.
You had too many. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my days.
So there was one in our apartment complex that I had a crush on.
I wanted to say one for the house.
and then they had like classmates that I was simping over. I don't know.
I think
it was friendship, Sha, for me though. It was friendship. Because at the time I don't even know what that was. I started reading.
You couldn't attach the meaning to
so I started reading again. My very first book was in primary 4. My teachers thought that I was interested because I would read anything and everything. I read every. Do you know how old I was when I read Every Woman? I wasn't even in secondary school yet.
Jesus Christ!
Because I was going through.
She told me I opened my mouth.
I was going through because my mom had books. My parents are a bit
academic.
My father was a professor in UCH. You know what's interesting is that I would just dive into books, environmental books, right? Health books, science books. And then they gave me my first novel. Open the floodgates. Open the floodgates. So yeah. And growing up as a child who is always inside, where you won't go. So you have to make friends with your books. So yeah, there was that. I couldn't really form or identify. But I mean, I liked them, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't from a place of, I'm into you in that way. It was as I grew older, with retrospect, looking backwards, you're like, okay, so that would have counted as a crush.
Yeah, it would have.
This is really interesting.
Awesome. Even the programs, the books, I'm sure they were also programmed by them too.
Yeah, for sure. So me, I never had this whole where people, the information that you have about your reproductive system and yourself, it didn't come from friends it came from actual seeking knowledge.
Yeah,
that's where I knew a lot of stuff from. So I was way old. I acted way old. Way older than my age.
What is the best way to shape the belief of a child? As if a parent is trying to ensure that the child or an individual is trying to shape their belief system, what's the best way? Because at the end of the day, nothing just comes to you. It's an information that inspires it.
That's exactly what I said. Right? Like no belief system is standalone of its own. It definitely stemmed off from somewhere.
So what's the best way to acquire belief system?
It's before talking of anything, you as a parent, you need to start working on your belief system before giving back to that child. So you start from you. You are the number one source of information to that child. So once you are able to deal with yourself and be able to clear your beliefs and be intentional about it, because children observe a lot, and it is what they see that they believe. It's more like if you are very consistent on social media, you post consistently, people will take you as being credible.
There's that.
And the same thing on traditional media. So if your child sees that you do these things over and over again, he or she's going to pick it up, thinking that that's the credible way to think, credible way to talk, and then credible way to believe, or credible way to see life. So doing it on myself, having an overhaul of my belief system will really help either the born or the unborn child. So that's number one. Then the schools, being deliberate, intentional about the kind of school, doing background check on the school, the owner of the school, what kind of information do they pass, what kind of training do they do to their teachers, what kind of mindset do they pass on to their teachers. Then the environment where you live. If you live, the environment where you live, the area you live, I don't want to mention names of areas in Ibadan, but the environment you live. I mean, we grew up in UCH, and I should just say thank you to my mother for doing that, because that helped to shape our mindset, our beliefs. To rent your house or build your house while they are growing up really, really matter a lot. Then your friends as parents, the kind of people you keep as friends. This person is my friend. Who do you call your friend? Are you intentional? Do you call everybody your friend? Or you are very intentional because they are watching? They noticed you didn't call this person your friend, and they're going to ask you, why did you call Mr. Adebayo your friend, and Mr. Adekunle, you didn't say anything about him? So they will ask you that question, and then you will have to answer. So you need to be intentional. Don't say that. And then there's this video, I've been seeing lots of videos of Gen Zs and even Generation Alpha, those people, they mature very fast, and so they are going to notice every single thing that you do, every single thing you say. So you have to be very, very intentional about that. And then I was going to talk about finances too, like how your mindset about money. If you don't teach your daughter about finances, how to make money, she's going to join those girls who think that men are like ATM machines. And so I can't, like Profile Africa did a video in interviewing a lady. They asked her, is it master's program or marriage? And then the lady said, marriage. She said, because I have bills. So that kind of lady, I'm sure she should be in her 18, maybe 18, 19 or 20, in her 20s.
And already has that mindset.
Already has that belief that men are the ATM machines, and I just have to marry someone who can pay my bills.
Is it wrong though?
No. I think normally there are two major needs of women. Financial.
Don't look at me like that.
Financial and emotional. And to be fair to ladies, there's this series I started, things to learn from women.
Things to learn from women.
I said that on Twitter. I will not lie. Let's not be carried away, always looking at always thinking, analyzing things the wrong way about women. Let's all calm down. Let's all calm down. There's wisdom in what they are doing. They may not just be doing it the right way. Life is a business, not an NGO. Like that analysis that John Maxwell said, this person, I've spent time, have I been spending time, have I been investing? What role is this person playing in my life? If this person is not playing any role and does not have a potential of playing a positive role, I need to cross out that name. Not that I will not pick the call when the person calls, but I will just reduce exposure. So women feel, why would you want to start a relationship or marriage adding somebody to your life and you don't have money? Like it does not make sense. But women, so women just feel it does not make sense. And to be fair, I think they are right. The question now is, why is it that, sir, you don't have money?
Why don't you have money?
Sir, what is it now? Is it
urine?
Like is it urine that you poured into your car? Was it not money that you used to buy the fuel? So why is it that you are not a multi-millionaire? Why a millionaire? Why are you not a billionaire?
They will not like this thing, no. They will not like it too.
So it's more like I'm now challenging myself to that. Why is it that I don't have a car? Why is it that I don't have what else? I don't own things. Why?
So what do I need to do differently?
What do I do? So even
to be able to have this.
So they make us think about. So we end up thinking about our lives too.
Thinking about where you are financially, where you are. But is this? Can it become unhealthy?
Yeah, when it's taken too far, because you want somebody to have money, you too go. How much do your account?
Oh my God!
how much be your account balance?
So fine.
There's something wrong with you too, man.
Oh my God!
So as you are pointing one finger, the other fingers are pointing at you. So a mature guy will take it well and then go and think about his life. But you that pushed him to think about his life, I hope you are also thinking about your life.
Why does she have to?
Because men respect women who are mature and who understand the value of money. That's the kind of woman we want to put in our house. So the question is, do you want to be a woman that should be put in a house, or you want to be a side chick for the rest of your life? And or a woman by the side. The thing is, even if you're a woman by the side and you're always depending on men for money, how long would that last? Is that even sustainable? That's another question. Will you be satisfied? Because you're a human being, you're not making money, you're not going to be happy because you just feel, what am I doing with my life? So it's not really about the money, it's about what am I doing with my life. So if I don't have a lot of money, I should start asking myself, what am I doing with my life?
I don't have a lot of money.
Yeah, is it I'm playing life as if life is an NGO? Just give my time. And rich people they give out a lot of money, but they are very, very deliberate about who they spend time with. So this one, you're always chatting with this person. Yeah, I'm just checking up. Is it like his boobs that you want to? You want to? instead of wasting time. Instead of wasting time, you're chatting with everybody. Whereas it's something else that so how do you want to spend your time? Because it says a lot about your life. And like I always say, the Nigerian economy and personal economy are two parallel lines that will never meet. So don't ever say the reason why I don't have money is because I work in a company where they're having financial crisis, or I'm a resident of a country where they have financial crisis. That's not the reason why you don't have money. In this current economy, many people are buying cars, many people are buying houses. Daniel still got married.
You want to be excluding himself. Do you know how much Daniel's wedding cost?
That reception.
My rich friend, this guy. If I give you
come do honeymoon again, the same economy.
I said why the same economy.
You don't even do a honeymoon for old one now.
He flew. He went flew. You want to do it. You got to don't get me.
I have money I have money by faith. I have money by faith. Every time I get an experience to travel, I'm reminded of how far there's still how much work still needs to be done. Because legit, you in some of these commercial international planes, it's very the local planes when you're flying like Lagos or Abuja, you pass through the business class to the economy. It's not the same in the.
Have you seen that video where people in business class look at people going to the economy?
That's in the local flights, but in the commercial international flights, when you're entering the plane like this, right is for economy, left is for business class. So you don't even get to see what it looks like at all throughout your flight. So for me, it just shows that there's still a lot of work to be done, and just to remain humble. Humble in the sense that you can't really have it all, but where your own finish.
Now where somebody else starts. So
humble yourself.
Yeah.
Humble yourself at all times, and don't keep your mouth shut.
I know how to humble myself.
It's your problem.
I know humble. Price this money.
Oh my God, Mr. Michaels, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you. This key parts of the show this morning are the areas that we need to evaluate and look out for. Financial review of the year, social life review of the year, sexual life of the year, also the health life of the year, and also review the information that we have received this year. Also to look at review our belief system.
So you can overhaul. Right? Those belief systems that are not serving you. You can find Dr. Michaels on all social media platforms.
At
Dr. Michaels. Doctor. Okay. D-O-C. D-O-R. Michaels. With an S.
Thank
One
you.
word. You can send a text message as well to his phone number. 081 6862 0618. 081 6862 0618. And of course, you can reach out to him on WhatsApp at 0707 587 5764. 0707 587 5764. You can also catch these videos on Profile Africa on Instagram and YouTube as well.
Thank you.
On YouTube.
Thank you very much.